It's all good news for us. The worst of the storm is moving away, and I think conditions will improve as we head through the evening hours. Take a look at the satellite picture of Earl. Distinct eye earlier today, but it has become a little fuzzy the last couple of hours. It is starting to weaken a little bit, but still a major hurricane. Current winds 115 miles per hour. That is a Category 3 storm. It's moving off to the north at 18 miles per hour, and it's 185 miles south of Cape Hatteras. So it is heading toward the Outer Capes. Will likely come awfully close later on tonight. The computer forecast for Hurricane Earl, keep it just off of Cape Hatteras overnight tonight, and then tomorrow, Friday, moves it up towards southern New England, perhaps Cape Cod or the islands as well. But it's moving away from our area. Meteorologist Chris Still is closest to this storm. He's up in North Carolina, Emerald Isle. Chris, what are conditions like up there?
Well, things haven't really changed a whole lot here lately. We're still getting some very high surf out here. Waves, in my estimation, about 6 or 8 feet most of the time, and then some humongous rogue waves will roll in every now and then. In fact, you can probably see one of those rolling in now. That's got to be an 8 or 10 footer. The forecast from the Hurricane Center is calling for waves tonight during the worst of the storm to be as high as 14 feet. That is just unheard of as far as anything I've actually seen. Certainly very big for this part of the country. Now, we had high tide about 3 o'clock. Now, we're about halfway to low tide now, and the water level, as far as how far the water is coming in, hasn't really changed. And that may be interesting overnight when we have our next high tide around 3 a.m., around the time we do have the worst weather. I have my Storm Tracker 13 portable weather station here with me. We're only measuring winds about 15 to 20 miles per hour, but there are some higher gusts. It is expected to get up to around 50 at the worst part of the storm, maybe around midnight tonight. In Emerald Isle, North Carolina, where we do have mandatory evacuations in place, but a lot of folks have chosen to stay. I'm meteorologist Chris Still. Back to you.
Chris, thanks so much for the coverage of the storm from North Carolina. Now we turn to the impact on the Grand Strand.
And News 13's Lindsay Milbourne joins us from the boardwalk in downtown Myrtle Beach. Lindsay, what are the waves looking like out there?
Hey Frank, we're still seeing some pretty rough surf. Right now we're seeing more sunshine though, and it's still breezy. No lifeguards on duty here along the boardwalk, but some people being extremely brave, venturing off in the water. Go ahead and check them out and look at some rough surf behind me. We've easily seen several 10-footers since we've been out here late this afternoon and early this evening. Most people staying ankle deep, but I have seen a couple of surfers riding some large waves. I'd say on average we've seen 4 to 8 foot waves, but those 10-foot waves rolling in rather sporadically. But as the storm moves away from us, we'll continue to see our wave heights decreasing. However, still some rough surf and, of course, that dangerous rip for rip currents late tonight and even into the day tomorrow. So we'll keep you updated on the latest. For now, I'm reporting live in Myrtle Beach along the Myrtle Beach Boardwalk. Meteorologist Lindsay Milbourne for News 13.